Hey guys, we are back again with Rafael from Wealthy Expat. Thank you so much, Rafael, for being on our channel again.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, so now let's talk about we've talked about, some things that you should be aware of if you want to start a company in Dubai, this new corporate tax that's being introduced, and who does and doesn't, who will and won't be affected by that. Now let's talk about buying property in Dubai. It is another option for those of you who want to get residency in the UAE, but probably a much more expensive option. But if you want to invest anyway, I think it could be a really good investment option, some property in that growing economy. So just speaking from experience here, Toby and I have been looking at this, and there's a lot of information that you can find online and a lot of hidden fees or other taxes and things that are kind of getting slipped in here and there. So maybe we can debunk that and really just get an honest view of what your expectations should be if you want to buy property in Dubai, maybe different price points and what to expect. And also, if you care to share, the process of how to buy property with crypto, if you want to.
Yeah, that's one of the most common options. We help clients with that. And you can either cash out the crypto to cash and buy the property in cash. Now, it depends on if you're buying from a developer or you're buying from another landlord, because Dubai is emerging economy, meaning that there's a lot of new buildings, a lot of new land, a lot of new places that they're building. So it's not like Miami or a Sydney where you're just buying stuff that's already built for the last 20 years. So here you're buying directly from the developer. When you buy directly from the developer, depending on which one you buy from, you can pay directly in cash. So you can bring $1 million literally in cash and just pay for the apartment. So that could be done through cashing out crypto. So you could just send them Bitcoin, USDT. Somebody cashes it out for you for 1% fee, and then you just pay for the apartment. Other developers need a bank transfer. So you can cash it out to a bank account. But to get a bank account in Dubai, you need to be a resident of Dubai. So typically what you do is you cash out to the bank account of the realtor, of the person that is actually helping you buy the apartment. Now, you need to be very careful with the realtors in Dubai. Again, it's an emerging economy, so people really try to scam you on this. And if you find an apartment, let's use simple math here, just $1 million, let's say, $1 million apartment, and you have $1 million USDT, you want to cash it out. You go to a realtor and he says, okay, I'll cash out the crypto for 5%. Then there is a 4% fee to Dubai. Then there's also a 3% tax, and there's also a 5% on top. And then you add up the percentage, and it's like, wait, I'm paying $200,000, like 20% for a 1 million apartment. All those fees, most of them are not true. They're complete BS. They're either the realtor trying to make some money from people that don't know about the Dubai market. If they ask you some questions and they see, okay, these people have never bought property in Dubai, they don't know how it goes, they try to add on some fees. I've seen realtors add fees on the front end. They'll say, oh, it's a 5% management fee. And I've also seen them add on the back end, like, oh, the developer said that there's an extra 2% fee. The reality is there's a 4% DLD, Dubai Land Department. Every single apartment or home or anything that you buy in Dubai, you will pay 4%. There are some developers, if you buy directly from the developer, they will waive this 4%, but they tend to be shadier developers. So you will get a lower quality a building from them, but you can waive the 4%. If you buy from a legit developer, typically you pay the 4%. Now the realtor itself, usually realtors, people that help you buy the apartment, we have realtors we work with, they don't charge anything on top. They get paid by the developer if you're buying a new building. If you're buying an existing building, they'll charge between 2 to 5% of the price of the home. Ours tend to charge on the low end, like 2.5%. So if you buy $1 million apartment, that's 25K. And yeah, 25K. You pay them the 25K to the realtor for helping you. You pay the 4%, and that's all. That's all you pay. You don't pay anything on top. So there's a lot of taxes, a lot of fees that people say there are. There is no transfer tax in Dubai. There is no property tax. If somebody's telling you need to pay yearly for your property, that's also very common, complete scam. And people are used to these fees because when they go to a new market, they think, okay, the property tax in New York is, it's huge, but I think it's like 10%, 8%, might be lower. And they think, okay, the same property tax is going to be in Dubai probably. So 8% property tax, 3%, 4%, whatever it is. And there is no property tax. There is also no capital gains tax. So the person selling you the apartment does not need to pay tax to the Dubai government. They don't lose anything. They just make whatever they made. And whenever you sell something in Dubai, it is also tax-free. And that's why a lot of people are buying property in Dubai. It's great for short-term investing. And the yields that you can get in Dubai are very high. So you can get, for example, a 15% yield per year on Airbnb, which is very high comparative to the entire world market. In some places, you can get a 3%, 4%, maximum 10%. In Dubai, you can get 12 to 15 with Airbnb. And that's only Airbnb in the months that the weather is good, because in June, July, August, the weather is pretty horrible. Most people don't, yeah, it's brutal. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah. And most people don't go to Dubai. So that's Airbnb for about 8 to 9 months a year. You can make some solid money. And that's also tax-free. So there is no property tax, there is no capital gains tax, and there's also no rental income tax. And the developer or the person selling you the apartment isn't paying any of these taxes. So just know, whenever you buy an apartment in Dubai, yes, you can buy it in crypto, but make sure that whoever you're buying it through is either a legit developer that is not adding any of these fees, or a legit realtor that is not adding any of these fees. If you're buying from the big developers, I suggest Emaar, Emaar. They are the largest developer. I mean, if you go to downtown Dubai, you will see their logo literally everywhere. They're the most legit, honestly. You also have Damac, Damac, and they're also very popular. They're building many developments all over Dubai, also very popular. And also another one's called Sobha, Sobha, very popular as well, building a new part of Dubai, which is the Creek and the new downtown. They're also pretty legit. So just make sure to stick with the big developers. If you're working with a realtor, just check what fees they try to push into the deal. And when you're negotiating with a landlord, Dubai is very negotiable. So if somebody tells you this apartment is worth $1 million, you want to send somebody there to actually check how much it's worth. You want to wait a little bit. You don't want to see, okay, it's $1 million. The apartment is good. The view is nice. Also, that's something to note in Dubai. Views tend to go away very quickly. My apartment, which has an amazing view, literally maybe 2 months ago, they just announced a new 3-building complex in front of it. So the view is bye-bye. And that's very common in Dubai. You buy a nice apartment, unless it's in front of the beach, like literally in front of the water, they might build an artificial island and build a building right in front of it. But unless it's that, usually you want to be very careful. If the main selling point is the view, or if you think, wow, it's such a nice like landscape and everything, you want to be very careful, because they tend to pack buildings right next to each other. They tend to build as fast as possible. So in 6 months, you might have no view. And that's something that a lot of people don't think about. Also, one thing I don't suggest people is to buy a property just for the visa. If you buy a property worth $205,000 or more, you get a 2-year visa. And if you buy a property worth $550,000 or more, you get a 10-year visa, which is very attractive, because you have a 10-year visa. Also for taxes, very helpful. You have a 10-year permit to live in that country, in the UAE. Don't buy the property if you're new to Dubai just to get the visa. A lot of people push this, developers, realtors, they will say, oh, if you buy for $450K, you get the 10-year visa. Yes, but that property might not be worth $450K. There might be a reason why it is at that price point. It's not a 470, it's not a 420, it's a 550, because they know if somebody buys this property at this price, they get the 10-year visa. So be very careful with that. I would recommend, if you're thinking buy property or just get a company formation process, like start a company, give yourself a job, get a visa that way, do the company route, wait a bit, know the different areas in Dubai. First time I moved to downtown. I hate downtown. I love the marina. I love the Palm. I like JBR, that area next to the beach. Analyze the different areas, the different developers, the views, everything like that. I suggest waiting just to be sure.
Yeah. Super helpful insights. Thank you for sharing that. It's so much that you're not going to know firsthand is like, yeah, totally. The development is going crazy. And there is like a new building. I feel like every time we go there, it's such a shame that your view is going to be blocked. And also, yeah,
it's okay. I'm going to cancel it.
The thing with the certain price points, because they know that that's what will qualify you for a visa. It's very similar for any country, I think, that has property in a golden visa opportunity. Like in Portugal, it was that 500,000 euros, and it was driving up property prices like crazy. And actually, I think they've actually just announced that they're canceling their golden visa program in Portugal. So kind of big news. I don't know how that's going to actually play out, but yeah, super helpful information. And yeah, basically if you're flying to Dubai and you're watching movies or whatever in the airline, anything that has an advertisement on that airline is like a legitimate developer, those three that you listed. Also, I'll provide links to those down below for those who want to check it out. And if you have any realtors or realtor companies that you want to recommend, we can link that as well. Thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to add? I mean, it's been really helpful information so far in this video.
Yeah, we work with one particular realtor. They're not really a realtor. They're more just as if it was your friend trying to find you a good property. That's how I would say, because they're not a huge office with a lot of very attractive women. And this style of Dubai realtors, it's more just one guy that understands crypto really well. He's like 80% into crypto, 20% in cash. So he's really into crypto, and he can cash out the crypto for you and actually buy the property for you. So you don't even need to find somebody to cash out the crypto. And he just goes and does the deal with the developer or the person actually selling the apartment. That's who we work with. I'll put in, I won't actually say his name. You'll just put the link if you like, and you can contact him or contact us. We'll connect you to him. But be very careful with realtors. Be very careful with all these companies. They have like attractive people in their team and it looks good and they have a big office, but in reality, they don't know the market. They just want to make some commission. And these people make serious commissions. You buy a property for $1 million, they're making 40, 50 grand on the back end.
And
so if somebody's making 50 grand, right. They make
an annual tax to pay. That's great.
There's a 3% tax, by the way. Yeah. And so they make like 50 grand off of one sale. These people are not motivated by finding a good deal. They're motivated by making that 50 grand. Mm-hmm. If they're a legitimate person, they might lower that commission down to 2% or so just to try to get you a better deal. Be very careful.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you so much. It was super helpful, like I've said so many times. And it's just an example of the type of information you can find at Wealthy Expat on your YouTube channel too. So again, not just Dubai, but super helpful for Dubai and places all around the world, even doing a lot of traveling. So thank you so much for taking the time to meet up and do this interview. If you guys watching enjoy these interviews, hit the like button, hit subscribe to this channel and to Wealthy Expat. We would certainly appreciate that. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye, guys.
Thank you.